and it'll start to look really nice and simple, just like that. What's cracking, Jump Nation family? It's your boy here, Rushy, yes, aka the Jump Rope Coach. Welcome back to the home of jump rope fitness and lifestyle, people. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a very cool move, which I'm reloading, by the way. First time I brought this move out was about 3-4 years ago. We're going to roll this classic move in 3, 2, 1. Check this out. There you have it, peeps. This is the behind the back side swing tutorial, right? Behind the back EB, some people call it that. But I'm gonna share with you my version of how this gets done, okay? Now, this is a move that I've absolutely loved when I'm training, when I'm working out on my skipping ropes. Remember, if you're new to the channel and you don't know what the hell's going on, right? This is where I share with you all my skills, how to skip like a boss, people. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, join our army around the world, cop your gear, and let's get straight into this, people. I don't wanna mess around, okay? This move, as you've seen, is slick AF, okay? It is freaking nice, right? It's flipping nice. We're gonna share it again in real time now. And what I love about this move is the variation, the slickness, and just how it kind of just like flows natural and effortless through your transitions. How's that look, Nathan?
Very smooth.
Very smooth. That's what we want it to look like, right, people? We want it to look really smooth. I'm gonna break this down for you very, very quickly. I have got old tutorials on this back in the day when I looked a little bit younger. So you can go back, share, check it. Yeah, you'll learn a lot, right? So today, we're just gonna break it down in a few steps. I'm gonna share with you some more advanced kind of versions of it. So essentially this move, people, imagine if you're just doing this, right? This is a normal side swing. All we're trying to aim to do now is do this side swing behind the back. Just think of it like that. We're just trying to go like this, right? So we're just going from side to side. One arm will go behind the back and complete another side swing whilst one arm is behind the back. So just kind of get that through your mind, kind of let it process a little bit. That's all we're trying to do. You don't need to try and overcomplicate it. It looks kind of complicated, I know, but a little bit of wrist action, a little bit of arm movements, and you're gonna get this done. So here we go. First things first, you need to be here. You need to be at side swing level. This is an intermediate to advanced level move. You wanna feel really nice and limber, smooth. I don't know what the word is really, but you need to feel loose with the wrist, okay? This is all in the wrist, this move. And the first step we're gonna do is you're gonna pick your dominant side. So for me, I always go to my left first for a side swing. The entry to this move is left, right, and then that's when the magic starts to happen. So from this point on, if you naturally go to your right first and then to your left with your side swings, your left arm is gonna go behind your back first. All right, you can check it from this camera. If you're like me and go left, right, it's your right arm that now goes behind the back. So the sequence is 1, 2, behind the back. 1, 2, behind the back. Now, when you put this arm behind the back, whichever arm it is, let that kind of flow naturally. Let that arm kind of just naturally go behind. Yeah, and you're gonna get this kind of movement with your wrists where your thumbs start to face behind your body. It's really important that when you do this, that you can kind of get this movement where the elbow has a bit of flexion and then the wrist and the thumb move behind your body. Now we're at this point where you've got this arm moving correctly, and what that naturally does with your rope is you're naturally gonna create a kind of half loop. That's the half loop. You're gonna have a natural half loop that now goes over your head, and that's caused by your front arm. So my front arm, which is my dominant, is my left, and what the left hand does, or what your kind of front arm does, might be your right hand, is all that does is it externally rotates now. So here, the wrists open up, and you just imagine you're bringing it back to your natural skipping position. So they're the two things you've got. I know it's a little bit complex. It's kind of like one of these things that you just need to break it down. When one arm goes behind the back, you need the front arm to come across your body again. It creates a half loop and gets the rope back to the side now. All right, so hopefully you're seeing this, and this should be just what you practice now. So what we're gonna do now is now complete the side swing whilst you've got one hand behind your back and one hand in front, okay? So hopefully you're still following. So it's 1, 2, Now this hand, which is behind the back, all that's going to do is going to now rotate. It's going to help you rotate the rope along with the hand that's beside you now, or the dominant hand. So this all happens in one motion, 1, 2, 3, yeah? And what I want you to do, how you practice it, is just kind of walk around your living room, outside, in the gym, wherever you are. Don't do no skipping yet, don't do no jumping yet. 1, 2, here. Now is how you exit the move and continue skipping. So we're here, 1, 2, and what you need to do when both hands are behind the back here, or sorry, one hand's behind the back here, you need to generate some speed. So do a normal kind of rotation, like a normal kind of side swing, or how you'd kind of rotate this rope. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring the behind the backhand, or the backhand, you're just gonna bring it around your body, and naturally that brings the rope back in front. Super like complex when I kind of talk it through, but it's really not. Like when you understand it, it's more a case of just getting the timing right with the side swings and how your arm kind of maneuvers itself. So 1, 2, 3, and then bring that hand back around, and then you're ready to start skipping or ready to go into whatever move you want. Ideally, you want this backhand, people, to kind of clip the floor as you're doing this, right? So you hear that? So I'm forcing that hand to rotate. It clips the floor beside me on my left-hand side. Yeah, keep the same motion as a side swing. Now you've got those kind of 3 steps in mind. Hopefully you followed it up to here, all right? It's, again, something that's gonna take time, practice, just walk around your living room, like I said. But the last thing you really need to focus on is just make sure these loops work out and you don't tangle the rope behind the back. That's a kind of common error, which is what beginners tend to do, is they kind of get to this point and then the rope's kind of tangled and they bring it around and it's like they're not able to continue skipping. So you need to have some separation here between the wrists, but the thumb, like I said, if it points behind you, you keep that separation. If you start to kind of bring it too far around or too close to each other, that's when you start to get a bit of tangling going on. So you want that thumb, the behind the back kind of arm, the backhand, to rotate this rope with the thumb, and then that way you can keep the loops moving. So finally, this is how you're going to kind of finish this off, right? You can either continue back to skipping, all right? That's pretty advanced to do it like that. So it's behind the back here, and then come back to skipping, yeah? Really nice and just chilled. You can do it with a boxer step, or you can do it with a basic bounce, or you can go back to a side swing. So here, back to the side swing, and then maybe cross it if you want. Or you could just kind of just mix both together, right? This is really difficult in the sense of like how you're gonna kind of extend the versions, but just get down to the first and the simple principles of like what you're trying to do with this rope. It comes all from the wrists, comes all from the way you kind of rotate this arm behind you, and then that's when you can start thinking about speed. When you're ready to kind of bring it into your workouts, people, you've got to really combine it with good footwork, good movements, good timing, loads of different variations you can use, and it'll start to look really nice and simple, just like that. So there you people, really technical tutorial. I don't expect a lot of people to kind of get it first time around. Start walking around the house, start moving your wrists around, start making really nice, sexy loops. That way you kind of understand the movements even better. So people, if you enjoyed this one, please drop it a big thumbs up. That'd be really useful. Help this channel grow, help this community grow. Really appreciate your love and support. Drop me a comment, let me know what you want to see going forward, and I'll get it done for you as always. So without further ado, take care of yourself, skip the treadmill, stay safe. Peace.
Was the knight in shining armor in your movie? Would put your lips on mine and love the aftertaste now.